So welcome students. So I hope everybody is doing absolutely fine and you are absolutely enjoying your days. But along with enjoyment, we have to also study. So let us grab some knowledge because this is computers and this is coding, which is the most exciting thing of this current generation. So coding is something, children, that you always it is going to help you a lot in the future if you really are a computer programmer. And future is all about coding. You might have come across that now everybody is talking about, the kids should start coding at from the age of 6, and this is what the talks are going around. And if you talk about the other countries like America or other European countries who are, so-called the developed countries, over there the children are actually started, they start coding at the age from 6, but in India that situation is quite a bit different. Over here, people normally they start coding from the age of 20, but now the scenario is slowly getting changed. So let us code, children, because this is the future. Technology is going to take a drastic change in coming years, and the AI feature that I always talk about, it is going to take a lot of place in this world. So if you are a coder, trust me, you have a lot of advantage in the future. So let us start coding and let us learn how to code. So last time we had just learned about how to, we have learned about the maximum of or the greatest number among the three numbers, right? Largest of three numbers. And we designed the flow chart for that. So what I'm going to do is today I'm going to implement that into Python. So let us take a new file and let us start implementing that. So what was the flow chart? So first thing in the flow chart that we did was we were accepting, three numbers, right? So let us accept three numbers. So I will say something like a is equal to int, and I give input and enter first number. Okay, then I'm going to say b is equal to int and input, and I will say enter second number. Okay, let me just copy and paste this. So this will become my C, and this is the third number. So children, we have accepted three numbers, and then what we did, we used a word that is max. Now I cannot use the word max out here because max is a function in Python. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use capital M and then AX. Okay, so that's a variable now, and I'm going to give the value of a to max, and then simply I will check if you do not want to give bracket is okay. If b is greater than max, if b is greater than max, then what we are supposed to do, we are supposed to give the value of max, no, the value of b to max, right? This is what we need to do. And then I need to come outside the if, and one more if I will do, and I say if c is greater than max. Okay, so over here you can see, children, we are not supposed to use some if else or if elif. Okay, that thing will not work out here. And then I say max is equal to c. That's it. And then simply I will say print the largest of three number is, and that is max. So if I run this, so I will name this as the largest dot py, and here it is. So let us give some numbers. That is 12, that 456, and 56 is the largest. Let me run this one more time, and I will say something like this, and 70 is the largest. And then one more I will run, and I will give something like 12, 56, and 34, and 56 is the largest. So everything is working absolutely fine. So now let us take one more program, children. Very interesting program I'm going to take, and that is what we are going to do is we are going to accept two numbers. Okay, so let me first accept two numbers. So I will say input, and that goes into the int function. I will say enter first number. Okay, and then I'm going to say int again input, and I'm gonna say enter second number. Okay, that looks fine. So now what we need to do is we need to provide a menu to the user, and the menu will be like otherwise what we can do is we can first provide a menu, and the menu will be like, there will be certain options given to the user that he can perform the addition, subtraction, multiplication and the division operation depending on that option. So he has to choose one option, and depending on that option the operation will get performed. Okay, so how I'm going to do that is first let me just provide the menu, and this will be something like so, menu, and I'll just use those characters. And second I'm going to say is, you know one, and for addition. Okay, and now I will simply copy this and paste it: addition, subtraction, multiplication and division. So this is for subtraction, and this is for multiplication, and this is for the division. Okay, and then we need to change the number to option 1, option 2, option 3 and option 4, and option 5 also we will provide, and that will be to stop. Okay, so option 5, and that is to quit. So, and then what I'm going to do, I'm going to use a variable called as choice input. I'm going to take that, the input from the user, enter your choice, something like so, and then depending on this choice, so if the user say has entered the number that is 1, which means if he enters 1, which means we have to perform the addition, so then I can accept 2 values from the user. So we can do it this way also, or first we can accept the values and then perform the operation, even that is fine, but I'm going to accept the values afterwards. And then what I'm going to say, I'm simply going to say print that is the addition of the addition is, that is more than sufficient, addition is, and I'm going to say a plus b, that's it. Okay, and then I'm going to say else if, I need to use a else if out here, because if this is not true, if choice 1 is not true, which means the user has chosen some other number, so in that case else if, so that is elif keyword, if it is equal to 2, if it is equal to 2, what I'm supposed to do, children, is I'm supposed to accept 2 numbers and then a minus b. Okay, done. Then let me just copy this and paste it over here, and comes 3. Okay, and over here that is what, that is multiplication, so simply I'm going to use the asterisk sign, that is the star character. Done with that, and then outside one more for the division. Now for the division, children, we need to put some another check. Now how to do that, and what is the check? First, the check is divide by 0. Any number, if you try to divide by 0, it is not defined yet. If you really know about this, divide by 0 is a error, right? We cannot divide a number by 0, it is not defined. So that is a check that we need to do. So what I need to do is, if it is 4, I will accept the 2 numbers, and then what we need to do is, inside this elif I need to use one more if. So what I'm doing is I'm using a nested if. Okay, and that is one more new thing that we are going to learn today, and I'm going to take some other examples as well, so do not get confused. Okay, so I'm going to say if choice is 4, so this statements will get executed. Now inside this again I'm using a if, and I'm saying if b, if it is equal to 0, then, and you can see that colon, and then I come to that indentation. Now this indentation will be from this if. From this if, it has taken 4 spaces, okay? And then I'm going to say that the message that I'm going to print, that divide by 0 error. So I'm going to display that as an error, okay? Else what I need to do, else I will perform the operation, and the operation like this, paste it, and this I'm going to do something like this, if I'm not mistaken, or this. Okay, let us just check. Okay, so now we have done with all the operations and it's time to run this program. So let me just check operations.py, and hopefully everything is working fine. Unexpected error. Okay, I just made this mistake, like this is a backslash. Let me just run this, and you can see there is a menu in front of you, okay? And if I say something like addition, so it will accept the first number, the second number, and here is the addition, and the program stops. Okay, let me just run it one more time. This time I'm going to give like subtraction, so 12 the message I did not changed, so over here it was addition, and over here it will be subtraction. That is subtraction or subtraction? Subtraction. Okay. Okay. And okay. So then I need to, that is multiplication, and this is division. Okay. Now let me just run this, and if I say second, 12 and the subtraction is 0. Okay, so this is fine, and then what I need to do is for multiplication. So one more time, if I'll run this, and that was 3. Let me skip this. That is for 3, and I say 12 and 12, so that is 144. And then comes the interesting part, that is a division. So I give 4, and 12 and 2, so that's 6. So division, there is 3 come over here. Okay, so this is fine. And now if I run one more time, go for the division option, that is option 4. Okay, so option 4, so I give 12, and the second number I give as 0, and here it is, divide by 0 error. Okay, so everything is working fine, children. So this is how you can design your program. And the interesting thing that we have done for the choice 4 is that inside this elif we have one more if else statement. And please understand this indentation, this is the indentation. So everything, that all these statement comes under this elif, and this particular statement, that is divided by 0 error, comes under this if, and this comes under this else, and this is the indentation that we have. So be very careful about the indentation, children. So this is the program. Okay, and just to make it more interesting, every time we can just give one option and the program stops. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do something like this, that is choice is equal to not equal to 5, and now I'm using a loop, but I haven't taught you loop. Okay, but just to make this program to just like a complete program, I'm using it, but I'm going to teach you about the while loop in coming days. Okay, so do not focus on this, just I'm doing this, and I need to set this indentation, because all these statements actually comes under this while loop. And so what I did is I just gave a tab so that I can have that indentation, otherwise it will not work. So I need to define choice and is equal to, let us just give it as 1. So if choice as 1, and this is going to work. So do not focus on these children. What exactly this is going to do is it is going to put everything inside a loop. I am going to teach you about the while loop in coming days. Okay, so this is just to make the program more interesting. Now if I run this, what happens is, see, there is a menu in front of you. So if I give something like addition and 12 and 12, that is 24, and again that menu got displayed. And if I say 2 subtraction, here it is, and again that menu got displayed. So 3, 12, 12, 144, and then for division 12, 12, that is 1, right? And for 5, the moment I give 5, and the program is going to terminate. So this is how the program is actually going to work. With the help of while loop, I did that. I haven't taught you. I will teach you in coming days, but you need to just focus on if, elif, and how I have used the if statement inside this elif. Okay, so children, I hope this is pretty clear to you. In coming days we are going to do a lot of interesting programs. Okay, and yes, I know I haven't provided you the notes, but today I'm going to send it on the group. So the notes for the chapter, for the first chapter, I will be sending it in the group. Do not worry. Okay, and you can solve the exercise that is there in the contents that I'm going to provide to you. So that's it, children, for now. We'll meet tomorrow again. Bye. And I'm going to give this program also to you. Don't worry, okay? So bye for now, children.